GETTY Trent Alexander-Arnold has played in 10 games in Europe this season. There have been loads, said the Liverpool teenage star said as his thoughts turned to Wednesday's semi-final second leg against Roma straight after this dour draw. Recently I had loads of things saying I have now played more Champions League games than Everton. That was quite funny. I enjoyed seeing that. Alexander-Arnold's remarkable season has seen him play 10 games in Europe this season, the same number of games the Merseyside rivals Everton have in their history. And that was pointed out. He added, "Oh, well, hopefully I play on Wednesday then. If I am picked, I guess it will be a good one to say. It may be a harmless bit of fun poked at the blue half of Merseyside, but it's a stat that also highlights Alexander-Arnold's stunning rise this term. His performances at right back in the two legs of the quarter-final against Manchester City and last week's 5-2 win over Roma stand out." Related articles: Liverpool drew 0-0 with Stoke in the Premier League today. Here are our player ratings for the Reds. Liverpool FC. Liverpool team average 6.15. Recently I had loads of things saying I have now played more Champions League games than Everton, Trent Alexander-Arnold, but there was a new test for the 19-year-old on Saturday as KOP boss Jurgen Klopp deployed him in midfield to rest James Milner. It hasn't all been plain sailing though, not least a torrid afternoon against Manchester United last month where he was at fault for at least one of the two goals in their defeat. "A tough game, a tough day," he said. "One of those you learn from. The mistakes I made that day I learned from to make sure it does not happen again. I have tried to bounce back from them and prove myself with good performances from that day." He is likely to be back at fullback on Wednesday in the Italian capital for what could be the biggest test yet for the England under-21 in an intimidating atmosphere at the Stadio Olimpico. GETTY Alexander-Arnold could be set to play in a Champions League final this season. "You train all your life, for years, for these types of games and these chances," he said. "Everything I have done so far is to prepare me for a game like Wednesday. We are going there with a job to do, to go there and win. That is what we are going there to do. I try not to get fazed. Obviously we know it is going to be an intimidating atmosphere and that is what they will look to do just as our fans did to them. We have to be prepared mentally and physically." Liverpool should have had an early lead on Saturday when 43-goal Mohamed Salah lifted the ball over Stoke keeper Jack Butland only for it to bounce wide. The Reds then had a late shout for a penalty denied despite Potter's defender Eric Peters clearly handling. But struggling Stoke could have nicked all 3 points had Ryan Shaw cross turned in at the back post when Mame Diouf's shot came his way. Usually a point at Anfield would be cherished, but in their current predicament it may not be enough to help them beat the drop. 3 points from safety with 2 games to go, everyone believes. "If we had played like this all season, we'd be out of it by now," said midfielder Joe Allen. "Let's hope we can get those 2 wins and then next season move on." Related article.